Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am PANCZASU and welcome to 2014, a new year filled with brand new adventures and some extra hacks. As you can probably tell, I did hack the game as I promised to do. I now have 1600 dust. What I did is I edited the save file and given myself 1500 dust because, well, I'm supposed to get 30 dust per command point destroyed, so I assumed that ever since this bug started, where I was no longer given any dust for destroying the enemy ships, I destroyed more or less 20 command points. And that translates to 1500 dust, obviously. I mean, 20 times 30 equals 1500. Unless, yeah, that's that. I don't think I made any mistakes there, so that's why I have so much dust right now. And I can only hope that this issue is going to be resolved now, because what I did is, when I loaded the save file, and what the first thing I did before starting recording was I unassigned a hero from this fleet, because it is going down, it barely has any ships left, this barbarian, although Awesome has to die, unfortunately. So what I did is I unassigned the hero so that he wouldn't die as well. Weird thing is though, I did so the exact same second when the enemy AI attacked me, and oh, never mind. There used to be a hero portrait over here, now there is not, so I guess everything works just fine. So what I am going to do is reassign my hero to this fleet, since this fleet is actually capable of standing toe-to-toe against those infidels. I do have a bunch of Soakis and thick airs, and I should be able to stay there for a reasonable lengthy amount of time. So let's move in my fleet and stay there until eternity, more or less. Yeah, pretty much so, yeah, why not? Also, what I am going to do is, with this heavily damaged fleet, now that I have no hero in it, and I have a different fleet that is protecting my invasion ships, I might as well retreat. Reason being, oh, I can still use my hero's ability even though my hero isn't here. That's a bug, but not a very big one. So the reason why I want to retreat is because then I'll be able to move those ships back in to reinforce my main fleet that is currently defending Gatria. I think you can understand why I'm doing this. So let's do that. Nosebreaker, because I do have some beams that can fire the enemy ships, but I don't think they will do much. Maybe damage the enemy slightly. But hey, even a slight bit of damage is still better than nothing. Then again, I'm retreating, so I'm not dealing any damage, I just realized. Whatever. I didn't lose any ships, so that's good. They are going to stay there for all eternity, or rather, just for now. That's not exactly the definition of eternity, but I guess we'll go with that. Merob did some stuff, and now that I actually have the dust that I'm supposed to have, you know, I'm just putting this out there, I'm supposed to have this amount of dust, I can actually go for a reasonable tax rate. Like this, for example, or maybe I can even make my people happy. I mean, why not? The thing is, though, that being happy now is nice. However, the more important thing is making a different fleet. Why do I make a different fleet? Why do I want to make a different fleet? Well, first of all, there is an Amoeba fleet orbiting Xenos. I want to take it out. First of all, it is an unsecured flank. Secondly, technically speaking, Sophos are not my enemies yet, so yeah. Besides, it will serve as sort of a reconnaissance. Then secondly, after I do that, I'm going to move my fleet back into Eriga and attack Lors, because it is a system that I definitely want. So much dust, OMG, it is awesome. So yeah, let's do more or less that. I do have some ships in the hangar right here. I can retrofit them a little bit, so that's, what, 6 ships, and how much command points is that? 7, alright. Let's disband that, so I need 3 plus 5 equals 8, there we go. I'm so good with math, OMG. So I need 8 extra command points. I can do that, no problem. So let's go into here, resign from industry to dust conversion. OMG, I'm no longer gaining a billion of dust per 10, but way less, that's okay. So what I'm going to do instead is make a bunch of ships. So this fleet already has a single thick air, which is decent, a barbarian, a few candles. And that's it. Those guys don't have a lot of health, but they do have a lot of firepower, which is nice. I will be able... Actually, let's just create this fleet, because I do want to retrofit this barbarian and all the other ships. And this costs dust, so let's see how much dust it actually does cost. 229, that's fine. I can repair all of those ships. That's a lot of dust, however. Then again, those ships are really experienced. I think that it's only fair that I do that. Because, you know, those ships with this many experience levels, they are something. I'm perfectly fine spending half of my treasure retrofitting those ships and repairing them as well. I really am. So, first of all, I have 1 barbarian, so that's 1 fighter group. I do need another fighter group just to soak up some more damage, if at all possible. After that, I guess I need some more Soakis and all thick airs, so that's 2 thick airs. how many ships can I make? 8 command points, so that they only use 2 command points. Yeah, that's right. So that's 4 command points, 5 command points. I can install 3 more ships. So let's get another Soki in there. I know old tech, but they do not use a lot of command points. So that is now 6 command points used. So I can use 2 more ships. Let's make them candles, because candles are nice. They also have some bombers, why not? And they don't cost a whole lot. Let's just speed this up with dust. And actually, can I and do I want to refit my Sokis? I don't remember, it has been a while since I did anything with them, but more or less they look okay. This amount of health, yeah. Some defense modules, I don't remember what the enemy is using. They are not using a lot of beams, but they are using some beams. They're not really using a lot of missiles, but they might switch to it. Yeah, let's not do any changes. Sokis are fine as they are. And this fleet will be decent enough. I'll be able to clear Zenus and then hopefully attack Lors. I'll also need to make some more invasion ships, but honestly I can just use the invasion ships from Gatia, because I'll need a minute before I push on deeper into the Amoeba territory, I think. Okay, so now let's make a very important test, because I had this theory that if I unassign and reassign my hero, then maybe, just maybe, I will be able to gain dust from killing the enemy again. But if that's not the case, then I'll attack when I really shouldn't attack. So let's end the turn for now and do nothing, and in the next turn, if the enemy doesn't attack me, then fine, I'll attack them and just pray that everything is fine, and OMG random event, I'm always terrified of them. I guess we should check out what this is. It is new faction only, unexpected alliance. Oh, I remember that one. Hey, go away, I'm reading, you bastard Amoebas. A leader of the ABC pirate organization has contacted you in a very roundabout way. They are offering to lend a military hand in exchange for freeing 2 of the relatively incompetent but well-loved members from prison. Well, honestly, I am pirate myself, so I don't know why I would refuse those guys, so I can be... Wait, well, I'm not selfish, that's BS. I can make... Well, honestly, I'd like to think for a second. I mean, this option seems like a better one, because it... I'm always confused by this particular event, because it doesn't explain itself too well. I mean, hostile pirates excel at only one thing, causing trouble. As long as they do it elsewhere, why not hand over the fools? Likely to do more damage than good. Well, I assume that if I do that, I'm going to lose 100 dust, but 2 pirate fleets will spawn on player's home system for an empire. What's the difference between that and that? Is that actually going to cause the pirates to spawn in my empire? Because then that's pretty much the same as this thing. So I guess helpful it is? Well, I'm fine with spending 500 dust, especially if I spend it on something else right now. So let's confirm, I guess. Because I'm only going to lose this dust as soon as the next turn starts. So I can confirm that, and I still have this dust. And if I spend all of it, then don't worry, in the next turn I'll be fine. I'll still have 500 dust. Then again, I'm losing so much dust that this might not be a best idea. Anyway, Auriga finished doing some stuff. Jolly good. Let's create this fleet. Let's guard the system for now, and let's do the big test. I hope I'm going to keep gaining dust from destroying the enemy ships. If that's not the case, then I'll just keep count of how many command points I destroy from now on. And then after every cast, I'll hack in extra dust for myself, which is an annoying way to do this, but hey, it's basically the same thing, except I don't get money every time, I just get it at the end of a cast, which could be problematic, but at the same time, I can deal with that. So yeah, there we go. Thick air, damage, everything else is nice. I am definitely going to go for defense formation. Now the enemy has 2 lyses, but I think that with the amount of firepower I have now, I could go for guillotine and maybe even stay in guillotine for all of those battle cards. I'm tempted to go for nosebreaker on the first turn though, because those are lyses, they can take a lot of damage and just ignore it completely. I'm not sure. I think I'll try guillotine, see how it works. Now as for battle cards, well, let's start with illusion. Do I want to start with illusion? Yes, but on a second turn I'll go for armor weak point to make sure that I do a bit of extra damage, and then magnetic field because the enemy keeps loving to use those kinetics. They also use some beams, yes, maybe a missile will creep in there sometimes, actually not really, but they do use beams, but they mostly use kinetics, so why not just defend against kinetics as much as I can? Because it lowers my beam damage, but then again I'll see if the enemy uses the weapon overclock or not, then I'll adapt, I guess. Let's go into manual. This is going to be our first battle of this year! which sounds more significant and magnificent than it is supposed to, but hey, that's objectively how it is. It is the first battle of this year, at least for me, in a video. Actually in Endless Space as well, because I didn't play Endless Space this year until now. Wow, that sounds horrible, but then again it has been just a few days. So yeah, this battle is going to be a large one and hopefully unenjoyable to watch. Unenjoyable one to watch. Now I'm a little bit worried by the enemy fighters. I mean, I do have some fighters on my own in this fleet, I think, but I'm probably not going to be able to make it, and so far so good. And of course there are billions of how they call it, projectiles in space right now that we could watch, but no, instead the camera was focusing on a ship that is not even being damaged. This is a better camera angle though, and this one is decent as well. The enemy is obviously focusing on my thin air, which is good, and the enemy license was taken down, despite the fact that I am in fact using guillotine, which makes me rather happy. Now, it looks like the... no, not the enemy, it looks like I actually do not have... Wait a second. Do I have fighters? Yes, I do. No, I have bombers, but no fighters, looks like. Okay. I guess I didn't bring in any extra barbarians. Well, I did, but they are old school barbarians. So yeah, and also my thick airs are taking a lot of damage. But keep in mind that this game sometimes has problems displaying the proper information. So it's very much possible that I am not taking as much damage as the game claims I am. So that's still okay. Basically, rule of thumb is never ever trust the game user interface until after the battle. And that includes the end battle screen. Don't trust that thing either. Just see how many ships you have left and how much HP they have left. That's as simple as that. A little bit annoying, but then again, Endless Space was there were so many features added to Endless Space ever since it was released that it's understandable that there are some bugs that are likely not to go away because the game is just a bit overfilled with features, if you know what I'm trying to say. It's perfectly normal, I would say. So it looks like I lost as... What kind of accent was that? Lost? Whatever. It looks like I lost a single ship. That's fine. I don't trust you, dear sir. According to you, I lost like a billion. How many ships did I really lose? I actually did lose one ship, and my Soki is heavily damaged. But as for my thick airs, I have one of them, two of them, and that's it. That's it. Two thick airs and one heavily damaged Soki. So I'm losing my meat shields, but I still have them, which is nice. And I think I did gain dust. Yes, so it's fixed. I don't have to keep remembering how many ships I destroyed. That's perfect. That's absolutely amazingly stellar. Or maybe it's because I'm trying to figure out why this issue is fixed now. It might be because I cheated, but I didn't change anything in code except for the number next to my treasury. So yeah, I was tempted to, but I didn't. I was honest. So let's move this fleet to Zinus, because why not? I said let's move... Oh, that's right. I'm not at war with the cell phone, so I can't go in there unless I declare war on them. But thing is though, I don't think I should do that. Even though I could probably take on cell phones, at the same time I don't want to be in too many wars at once. So let's just keep it simple, keep it civil, and just move those guys into lores and declare war on lores as well. I do need some invasion ships, however, so let's just start working on those bad boys. Make as many of them as possible. I mean it, make as many of them as possible. And get our dust down to 240, because that's how much I'm going to gain this there. Alright. So, you just says how much do they cost? 114, so I can do it at once. And how much dust do I need to have? Oh, 240? Oh, that's okay then. Let's do that, let's do that. And let's not do this again. So I'll make this many ships, that's a lot of invasion ships I would say, and then I can continue converting industry to dust, because I do need to do so actually, despite the fights that I'm in right now. Okay, do I want to declare war on the Pillagers this turn or the next one? Well, if I declare war on the enemy the next turn, then I'll be able to move my invasion ships and my battle ships simultaneously, but at the same time I don't want to do this, because this means that my invasion ships would potentially be threatened. So what I'm going to do is go into diplomacy. Hi pilgrims, oh you don't like me? Well don't worry, the feeling is mutual. So yeah, they are hostile to me. I wonder why. Actually I do wonder why. Why exactly are you hostile? Is it my looks? Expansion? I'm barely expanded! Well then again, I guess we are playing on a tiny galaxy. Long-term peaceful status, well that's about to change. Skull, they are very jealous, and Test Frontiers war playing. Huh, interesting. That's actually not as bad as I thought it would be. They apparently are playing as a tall empire, not a wide empire, because they are not annoyed that I'm blocking their expansion at all. So that's surprising. Anyway, let's declare war on them. Hey, I said declare war on them. Hi. War seems to be the only way to make your civilization listen. Oh, if you only knew. Right. War declared. I'm so happy. I can ban some more people now. So let's move in there. And let's grab a decent system. Unlike this one that I was fighting for I have no idea how long, for no reason. Just because those guys feel like they have nowhere to expand to. Those bastards. We'll probably be at war again. Those guys will declare war on me again. I mean, look at that. They still have plenty of ships next to objection. So they are just waiting for the opening. But that's fine. That's really is fine. Now then, what do I need to do? Is probably nothing else. Have I... Oh, wait a second. I can declare another battle. Don't mind if I do. Actually, wait a second. Do I have an invasion ships in here? Why do I have invasion power? That's strange. I don't know, and more to the point, I don't really care, so let's just have a fight. Games of... Oh! A hero! Hi, that's nice. I mean, yes, he will boost this fleet's defensive and offensive capabilities, but at the same time, I gain a decent bonus when fighting against heroes. He definitely does not, because he's not an adventurer. He's a pilot, though. Pilots have a pretty decent selection of skills, so I should be worried. Slightly, but worried nevertheless. Alright, Guillotine, not Nosebreaker, we've been through this before. Illusion, wait, Illusion, what's with me and my misclicks today? I have no idea, I really have no. Illusion again, because I'm, as I said, afraid of this guy, and after that I guess I'll play some illusions. Then again, I'm kind of thinking about going for ammo weak point on the first 10. My reasoning behind that is I'm actually using missiles, the enemy is not. Missiles are best in long range. So let's do that, make sure that the enemy is less protected against missiles. And the enemy is going to deal most damage to me in the medium and melee phase, so that's where I should really use illusion. So I think that this kind of battle card is decent, especially since I am probably going to lose like 1 or 2 or maybe even more ships. But this will not happen until they fire, so long range is where I'll have the most of my damage in this battle overall. So boosting that by weakening the enemy defenses as well seems like the logical conclusion to me. Also, kinda happy I'm playing Endless Space. I mean, I'm always happy when playing Endless Space. I love this game, and you know this. I played... this is my most played game on Steam, and this will most likely remain so forever. Unless Endless Space 2 comes out, which, you know, could offset this very much so. But still, you know, you get the point. And I have recently watched some Star Trek, the older episodes from the First Contact. Or, to be more precise, I'm watching the Borg episodes. I do have this DVD set with Borg episodes in. They are not... obviously all of the Borg episodes, and just the Borg episodes that fans voted for. I do not agree with all of those fans' decisions, because some of those Borg episodes are not the best, some of those are not the worst, however. And right now, just watching some of the older, the Next Generation episodes. Oh, the good old Picard, from the old Picards. I'm really sad that I'll never ever see another movie, another new Star Trek movie with good old Jean-Luc Picard in. Because, yeah, he might be reintroduced with this alternative universe BS, but this will not be the same actor, and I'm pretty certain it's difficult to find an actor that will be just like Sir Patrick Stewart. I mean, this was like the best captain ever in the history of Star Trek and possibly any other science fiction movie or whatnot, because Jean-Luc Picard! I mean, how can you not be impressed by this guy? He's like, engaged, with this awesome look on his face and finger pointed at the screen. That's just, you know, you can't beat that, honestly. And Star Trek Nemesis remains my favorite Star Trek movie of all times to this day. And I don't care what other people say, besides Nemesis wasn't bad. Really, it wasn't. I mean, I wish there was a little bit more... I mean, how was this... I'm thinking it was the ship that I'm thinking about, Scimitar? Yeah. I wish there was more of the Scimitar in this movie, because this was such an amazing ship design. OMG, I loved it. But still, it was a pretty cool movie regardless. A really good one, and a good ending to the Next Generation. I mean, the best one that they could possibly come up with, and... Hey! He wasn't injured? That's not fair! Whatever. How did this battle go? I probably lost my Soki, yeah, and a bunch of other people that were not existent. So, that's okay. I do have to be a little bit, you know, worried, because I no longer have my meat shields, but this will be fine. I guess I should go for default formation, maybe. Because most of the time, default formation will mean that the enemy will focus on my fighters regardless, since they have a lot of HP. But this also means that this barbarian will not be targeted, because compared to all the other non-thick airs, I think he's got the most defenses. Also, wait a second, I only have 1 thick air left? Oh, this is bad. But the enemy has no licenses. So I can just spam illusions and be fine, most likely. And go even for magnetic field on the last phase, because hey, why not? Alright, so there's that. Targeting is going to be guillotine, default formation, yep, let's go into manual, watch some fireworks, and then I guess this will be it for this videocast. Not the longest one, but I do want to take a shower. The only reason why I haven't done so already, even though it is time to do that, is because I only take shower when I can listen to the music, loud music as well, and right now there is somebody napping downstairs. I don't want to wake this person up, although if this person is still napping, then I am going to wake this person because I have been waiting for long enough. I even made a vigi cast, so I deserve to take a shower with some music, okay? Okay. And if anybody has any problems with that, then that's, well, too bad. Alright then. Let's have a quick look at this battle. Honestly, it could go either way. I mean, not really. I am definitely going to win it, but I just hope I'm not going to lose too many ships. And I can hear the missiles incoming. This would be nice. I didn't notice the slashes when I was engaging the enemy. That's annoying. Whatever, it's still going to be fine, I hope. And I still have some bombers, amusingly enough. Those are some top bombers. They keep being attacked by the enemy fighters, but they are still alive. Some nice bombers I'm making in my empire. Then again, I'm Pillagers, I know how to make good ships that wreak havoc, don't I? Anyway, something off topic to talk about as we end this videocast. Well, my favorite games of 2014 video is going to come out soon-ish. I have been working on that, and there were some difficulties. One of my favorite games was particularly difficult to record. I don't remember now what was the problem. There was some kind of problem, but I think the testimony to the fact that I still want this to be on my favorite games of 2013 list is the fact that despite the problems I had, I still want to put it out there. It is going to be a smaller list than last year, however, only 3 games on it, so it's going to be a shorter videocast, and honestly, the reason why there are less games on that list is because, well, there were less amazing games last year. I mean, there were plenty of games released, but less of them that really caught my attention and my eye. So anyway, before we end this videocast, let's level my hero up. What do I want? Well, I can give myself some more radar range. This could actually be useful. Maybe. I mean, there's little else I can go for, but first of all, more defense. I think that is just kind of obvious, isn't it? So there is that. I lost a billion of everything, which were illusions only. There is that. I gained a lot of dust, so I should use it for something. So let's make some more invasion ships, because keep in mind, at the end of this 10 I want to have 240 more or less. So let's do it like this, and this will still leave me, wait a second, no. This will be less than that, so let's not do that. Let's just convert industry to dust, like so, and next turn I'm going to lose dust, but the enemy is going to gain vampires? Since when do I... whatever, apparently those pirates in endless space are vampires. That's something we just learned today, folks. And I gained Gacha. That's a good end to this cast, the first cast of 2014. I kill people. Sounds about right. It was PANCZASU the Mighty Mix Power. If you somehow managed to enjoy my videocast, then please by all means leave a comment, leave a like, all of this good stuff. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you online.